How much will 1.0 be story focused? Like, will it be a main part of the gameplay loop, like Subnautica, or less so? It would be, I would say, less so than Subnautica, albeit in a similar fashion, I would sort of say. We'll talk more about that soon. But the narrative in Satisfactory, like we call it narrative more so than story right now. Like there is like the story in Satisfactory has been rewritten so many times, and we had like way different scopes of like how to make it. Like we originally had plans to have like voice acting, and like it being a more predominant part of it. But we for multiple reasons we decided to scope it down, and for the most part, the what we've sort of like the what we've come together and decided on was that we feel like the having a story like Subnautica doesn't really make sense for Satisfactory, because Satisfactory is more about like factory building, and like that's the core part of the game. But we do want some form of world building, and we want some form of narrative, and there will be like a narrative in the game that will be like told to you, sort of, and like there will be, I'm not sure how in depth I should go about this, but like there will be a narrative that's told to you in the game, and like if you want to completely ignore it, you won't miss out on like any gameplay, so to speak. You'll be able to progress through the game just fine and all that stuff, and you can completely ignore it if you want to. And if you care about the story, and then you can totally, uh, you know, experience it in the way that it's given to you. But I will say there is an ending to the game. Like there's a purpose that is like narrative driven, that you're working towards, right? But whether you care about that or not, that's totally up to you. We'll talk more about that in the near future.